forget to highlight this for future reference. Yes, okay, so meta. Now Flash is not dead, but is working right now. Meta is data. Meta is the, yeah, I'm gonna say meta, yeah. Meta is equal to data. So if I say like a meta monster, that is only the data representation of that monster. That means that you won't have any visual, you won't have anything that deal with visuals or whatever. It just represents monster. So the level, the okay, let's actually do that. Yeah. All right, monster. I'm gonna say monster small. This. Let's take this and let's put that into the other FLA. Yay! Okay. So that will be a view, okay? So I got view, meta, and model. View will take a meta, which is the data, and will just like apply the data of the meta and put that into the right spot on the visual. So the job of a view is just to put data here, data there, data there. That's it, all right? So that will be a view over here. Let's see what it has. It has a DPS, and it has, let's go like on the final. There you go. There we go. Okay, so I got next and next. The second next actually is probably level, I think. Something like that. Just like for future reference, was this. Alright. So let's go like this. Okay, so we got DPS, we got the next level, the level, and the buy. So we got the cost here, and we got a couple of skills. Alright. And also we got this. The frame of the dude. Which dude is it? Alright. So I will have a meta monster. Whoops. Meta monster. Come on. Am I retard or what? This meta monster. I'm gonna put that in white. I'm gonna say put on the right. Alright, so the meta monster will have something called DPS. I can have like get DPS. Twist Turbo Gaming is not following the channel. Welcome aboard, my friend. Thanks for following. Okay, so the meta monster will have that. It will also have get next level DPS. It will also have get level. It will also have get cost level. So like the cost of the thing, and also get skill 1, or should I say like skill activated. Well, actually here, those skills will be the meta skills as well, because in the skills you have to know, is it activated? Did I bought it? Can I buy it? Do we have enough money to buy it? Do we have enough level to buy it? And which level it unlocks? Etc, etc. So this will actually return meta skills. And if we go into meta skills, we're gonna have, again, like get level unlock, for example. Unlock at is bought, can be, can buy, I'm gonna say, can buy, has enough level, is level high enough, etc, 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 you know? So I got something like this, meta monsters, all the stuff. I'm gonna do this, boop, boop. Alright, so I got all this stuff. The meta will contain only the data. Now, notice that I did not put get icon of monster. I will also need get name of monster. I will also need get base DPS of monster. You know, those thing over here, I can put that into the meta, but those will always be binded together. I mean, if I am monster 1, I will always be named. I will always have my name equal Bob. The icon will always be 1. The base DPS will always be 10. The cost at the first level will always be 15, for example. So those value, I don't need to record that. I don't need to save that on the server, because they are all binded together. They all mean the same thing. The first monster has a lot of data that will never change. Those are constant. So, That's where the model comes in. And the model monster is all the stuff that will not change ever. That means get name. That means get frame of icon. That means get base DPS. That means get base cost. That means get catchphrase, whatever. So all in that monster like this, what I will have is I will have a model monster and not anim but enum at some point. And in that enum I will say simply like static public var model okay, monster 1 will be a model monster is equal to a new model monster. I'm gonna say like frame, now a frame of icon will be 1, the name of the dude will be Bob, and the base DPS will be let's say 10, and the cost will be, let's say, 15, you know? So I don't know if that makes sense, like this. So I'm gonna have like monster 1, monster 2, 3, 4. Let's continue like that just a little bit. I'm gonna say model monster 1, 2, 3, 4. Like this, 2, 3, 4, come on. 2, 3, 4, so that will be like Steve the monster, and Tim, and also Bobby. No, we already have Bob. Let's say Simon, there you go, I'm a monster. So those will have like different data, blah 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 blah, you know? So those data over here will never change. We got Tim and me, follow the channel, hey, welcome back, man. So in my class model monster, I will have all those little things in there, and in my meta monster class, instead of having get icon of monster, get name of monster, get blah blah blah, all those things here, I will only have get model monsters, like this. Yay! So with that model monster, I will have access to all those data over here, you know, and I don't need to save that. I just need to put like an ID and say like this is actually I don't know, monster 1, like this, monster 2, monster 3, etc. Let's just like put 3 because I'm lazy, like this. So those will be like the ID of the model, and I will say like get ID. Yay! So with the ID, what is cool is you can actually, like, for example, let's say that I have 5 games or 5 different games, or let's say that I load one of your game and I want to know what is the cost of the first monster. What I will do is I will ask somewhere in the code, I will say like meta game progress. I'm gonna ask get monster progress, or should I say like get meta monster? Yeah, I'm gonna say like get meta monster, and I'm gonna pass a model monster in parameter, you know, instead of passing. So by passing that class over here, it is way easier to understand like which monster I'm talking about, you know, because when you work with, for example, ID, and then you have to pass a string, then you have to put that string like everywhere in your code, and it gets fucking awful. So instead, you just like you pass the model monster like this, and that will return the actual data related to the game progress. You remember that meta monster is a variable that changed, so the levels, the cost, the skills, all the stuff that you have to save because you can actually change them. So the DPS, level, cost, blah, all that stuff, you know. So I fetch your game and I want to know like what is the DPS of monster number 1. So I will ask your meta game progress, I will ask get meta monster, I will pass the same model monster that I have in my game, because I don't care, because it's only like it's only animator, it's only a bunch of constants, you know. Those in there never represent never represent data that it will change. It's only constant, you know. So I just like pass that monster over here, and it will ask your game, please fetch me the information of your game based on monster number 1. So yeah, that's how I work, and that is pretty cool actually. I really love that way to work. Here in the meta monster, you will be able to do like encode or serialize if you want. So you can transform this into like save data, and I have also decode that receive like an object, whatever, and this will load data. Yay! I hope it was clear. I hope it was something. I hope it's something clear. I don't know. I hope that you have any question, whatever. Are you writing a new game? No.